What's up? Barry Bailey, Digital Projects Librarian. I'm going to go through how to set up favorites. If you haven't been through the browsing and advanced search tutorial, I recommend doing that first. So I work our way to where the digital collections are kept. You can follow that path from JCCC's homepage. And to set up this example, the first thing I'm going to do is get in and browse some items. Now, the reason why I recommend you've checked out the browse or advanced search tutorials first is because a lot of what ends up happening right here, it just assumes that you've been using this and you find some items that at least interest you, maybe something to use for a project. If you're interested in JCCC history, World War II, fashion, right now this is a good place to look for those things. So I've clicked on a pretty random item. Doesn't really matter what I've clicked on, but it happens to be the POW photo of a guy who ended up donating this World War II collection to us, Mr. Gerald. So, if you see what I just did, I clicked Add Page to Favorites. It's pretty simple. But as we're gathering items here, we'll go through to this the VRA test section where the garments are kept. Probably won't be called that by the time you're looking at this, but like I said, what we end up selecting is a little irrelevant. Now, what does matter here is that we've got an item that happens to have multiple views. It's called a compound object inside here. And we saw the dress with a coat on, and as soon as this picture loads, you'll see what it looks like with the coat off. So, if I'm interested in fashion, there are a few things I can do, but right now we're going to pretend that I want the whole document. So you see we have the add the document and we have add the page. So I'm going to add the document. Alright, that's been saved, and let's get a third item about the ledger. Now, the ledger will have a lot of different articles inside of it, so it tends to be a good place to start. I'm going to put it in date so we have the most recent first. Right now, at the time of recording this, we've only got through 2006 in here, but I will choose an article, or a issue rather. Alright. Click through some of these pages until we get to something of interest. Alright, so I've got this article about K-Bor. Go to the next page, and we can see that it is a completely different topic, so we know that it will only be one page long. Go back to it, and I will add the page to favorites. Okay. Now, one thing that I want to show you real quick is one way to add it to your favorites was what we just did. Another way, if you just want this article and you don't want to go through the process of setting up a favorites list, is that we have subset and complete print version. Complete print version is pretty straightforward. If you select it, you're going to get a PDF of the entire issue, but we're going to pretend we're only into this article, and we're going to go check out the subset. Right, we get this little pop-up window, and we can see highlighted in red, page 4 is the one that we want. Now, the other neat thing about this is that if you press Control while you click, or in the case of Mac users, the Command button, you'll be able to select multiple pages. So, the article we looked at, maybe the one after it, cover, whatever you randomly select. But right now we only want page 4. Click View Subset, and loads right there. If you're looking at this on a PC, a bar would have popped up on top, which would give you all of the normal PDF options you're used to seeing. Since we're on a Mac at the moment, you'll see the options appear at the bottom. I'll try to resize this real quick. If we drag the actual box, we get a larger view. It automatically resets itself to fill the box in width. Give it a second for the other to pop up. And you see we have the download, save as a PDF. So, I'm going to go ahead and click that. And I just got the notification at the bottom of my page. If I drop down real quick, is in this folder. Nope, at the bottom. There we go. Alright, so there it is, saved to my desktop. An article I want. Good if you're doing some sort of in-depth research on the school. If you're just interested in saving all the issues, you have the option of, like I said before, saving in full. Get this to a readable size, you can check it out. And they call it print view because if you're going to want to print one of these, it's probably best that you try to print from the PDF instead of from here where all you have is the kind of framed out picture. Back to the favorites though. If we click the link, we see we have all 3 of our items selected. And we have the option to compare, which will just kind of put the items up next to each other. Not a whole lot of interesting stuff to talk about there. The other thing that is neat though is say that you want to move from computer to computer, just save a link of what you have going on here. You have this save as a web page. So in order to make it, you just enter the title that you'd want in the box right there. And this is pretty important since whatever preferences you're using, it only knows your favorites on your computer. If you're on a public terminal, chances are the cookies are erased. So I've named it Barry's Favorites, and this website exists. I can save it, copy it, send it to my friends if there's something I want to share with somebody. And there it is right there. So that's sort of some of the things you can do with your favorites page. Again, if you have any questions about this or any of the other CONTENTdm functions, don't hesitate to ask a librarian, and check around the YouTube channel for other videos. And we appreciate your time.